Pope Francis marked the new year at the Vatican. Worshippers joined him for a massive Thanksgiving at St. Peter's Basilica. And later, he delivered a New Year message on the church's World Day of Peace. He prayed for an end to war, an end to epidemics, and he called on the world to combat slavery and human trafficking. Let's go now to our senior Vatican analyst, John Allen in Rome. And John, first, what is the significance of this address and this day to the church? Not just the first day of the new year, but a day of peace for the world.
That's right, Christy. Since 1968, when Pope Paul VI designated the 1st of January as the Church's World Day of Peace, this has been a day on which popes have traditionally called for an end to conflicts and called on the international community to redouble its commitment to peace. We certainly heard that from Pope Francis today. We heard him saying repeatedly, over and over again, that peace is possible, peace is always possible, and he added that prayer is at the root of peace. Now, for this World Day of Peace, the Pope devoted his traditional message, which was released by the Vatican in early December, to the fight against human trafficking and modern slavery, and we heard that theme again from him today, talking about how we are all called to join the fight against human slavery. And to promote fraternity among peoples. Now, this caps, Christy, a year in which the Pope has played the role of peacemaker with great verve. We saw him in May traveling to the Middle East and ending that trip with an impromptu invitation to the Israeli and Palestinian presidents to join him for a peace prayer on the 8th of June in the Vatican Gardens. We saw him repeatedly condemning the violence being fueled by ISIS forces in Iraq and Syria. When he traveled to Turkey in late November, he called on Muslim leaders to join him in condemning religious extremism and violence. And of course, most recently, just a few days ago, we saw the Pope play a pivotal role in paving the way to resolve the Cold War tensions between the United States and Cuba. So with this message today, Christy, the signals are that Francis intends to continue to play that energetic peacemaking role in 2015.
And John, earlier today, we saw scores of people there just packed into St. Peter's Square for the Pope's address. Could you tell us more about who was there and what the atmosphere was like?
Sure. Well, at capacity, St. Peter's Square can hold about 140,000 people or so, and that probably was how many people you had there today. I think the crowd was extraordinarily festive. In terms of who was there, it's always a mix of Romans, because, of course, the Pope is the Bishop of Rome, and you know, since time immemorial, really, it's been a kind of rite of passage in Rome. That people will turn out for the Pope's Sunday Angelus address. Parents will bring their children for the occasion and so on. So it's a mix of that and also pilgrims from all around the world. Remember, Christy, that Rome is the crossroads of the Catholic world, and St. Peter's Square is kind of the Times Square of the Catholic Church. So you had people from every continent and every race gathered in the square with the Pope today. Pope Francis is a sort of magnet for humanity. The Vatican recently released figures indicating he had drawn almost 6 million people to various events in St. Peter's Square during the course of 2014. And if today is any indication, he may well shatter that mark again in 2015.